What is going on, fellas? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. I don't think I can be like as loud as energetic as I usually am. My throat is killing me right now. I'm struggling to like project my voice, but I just saw this news hit the timeline via the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero news page, and I had to cover it, man. So shout out to Belmod_fan for finding this out. It looks like it's been dug up that the English voice actor Marcus Lloyd for Belmod, Vermont, bro, there's like 7 different ways to say this dude's name, man, in Dragon Ball Super is going to be doing work for Belmod in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. As you guys can see right here, this is his IMDb profile where he says he's been known to do work for Dragon Ball Z. And right here, of course, it says that he will be doing work for Belmod in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, who's going to be listed right here. This is going to be his English version / voice, and this is still in production. So, fellas, what does this mean for Belmod in Dragon Ball Super? My honest thoughts, seeing how the roster looks right now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm still not 100% sold that Belmod will be a playable character in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I don't see it happening. I definitely don't see him being DLC. So if he's not base roster, it probably won't happen. I think when it comes to playable Gods of Destruction in this game, we'll probably just be getting like what Beerus and hopefully Champa still. Champa we're still waiting on in one of these upcoming trailers. After this Buu Saga trailer tomorrow, which is of course what we're all expecting. And I think there was a little mix up with Bandai, you know, scheduling that premiere as well. I think I saw on Twitter that they had titled it Majin Buu Saga trailer, and then they had to hurry up and fix that, but everybody had already screenshotted and everything like that, so they got caught. But hopefully after we get this Majin Buu Saga trailer out of the way, I mean, we're gonna be back to ground zero, not knowing what they're gonna reveal next. I'm still expecting, and I'm sure a lot of us are still expecting, at least one Tournament of Power themed trailer at some point after this. We still missing characters like Kaba and all of his forms. We're still expecting to see Champa. There's still a lot of other characters within the Tournament of Power. Now, when it comes to Kaba and Champa, they of course aren't specific to the Tournament of Power saga, but we've already seen characters get revealed like Hit, Kale, and Caulifla and their forms, and Kefla. We've even seen gameplay of Kefla so far, so we're really just waiting on Champa, Kaba, hopefully Frost as well. I don't know how they would do Frost, if they're gonna do just his final form or all of his other forms. Probably just his final form, right? And then, of course, a lot of the other characters that participated in the Tournament of Power as well. I have that actually pulled up right here. Some of these characters I can definitely see still making it, hopefully. When it comes to Universe 6, we can go back down here. I can honestly see everybody from Universe 6 making it in some regard. I think Batamo and Magetta, I can't really... you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with Champa, Kaba, and Frost. The rest of these guys probably won't be getting a spot in the base roster, which means that they probably won't be getting a spot in the game, period. But when it comes to the rest of these universes, but I know a lot of people are still asking for Basil and Lavender as well. Now, when it comes to Universe 11, I think this is a really fun one right here. I think a lot of the Pride Troopers would be really fun in the game. Of course, we'd love to see Casserole. We're still waiting on some God of Destruction Top as well. I think God of Destruction Top would probably be what? Like, outside of Jiren and UI Goku, he'd probably be one of the main characters that they're going to be showcasing in a Tournament of Power themed trailer. So that's going to be really exciting whenever they do that. But outside of Top, when it comes to some of these other characters within the Tournament of Power, I think it would be really cool to have at least one character representation from each tournament. I don't really know who they would pick from Universe 10. That's kind of, you guys would have to let me know who they could pick from Universe 10. I don't really think any of these guys are interesting enough to make it in the roster in any capacity. But if we go back up here to some of these other universes like Universe 4, I think it'll be really easy to throw Kiawe in. She's already been in other Dragon Ball games, like she's in Legends already. Universe 3, do we have any representation? Yeah, we already have Anilaza from Universe 3. In Universe 2, obviously we have Kakunsa and Ribrianne. So outside of what universe, let's see. Yeah, I think Universe 10 is the only one that doesn't have any representation yet in the game, right? So we could probably live without that. I mean, this was one of the most boring universes in my opinion. I'm not really a fan of any of these characters. But going back to the character of Belmod, fellas, like I was saying before, I really don't know the odds of him being a playable character in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Don't get me wrong, it would be super cool if you guys read the Dragon Ball Super manga and saw the Tournament of the Gods of Destructions in there. He did have a really cool moveset. He kind of reminded me of Hisoka a little bit from Hunter x Hunter. I can't really stamp to you guys that they wouldn't have manga exclusive moves in this game because we've already seen Gamma Burst Flash and things like that. But as far as Belmod himself, yes, it would be pretty cool. But if I'm being completely honest with you guys, because I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, and I pray that I'm wrong, because I would love to play as Belmod in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I truly feel like he's just going to be an NPC to some capacity within the Tournament of Power saga in story mode, because he did have quite a few voice lines in the stands and things like that. But with that being said, I obviously don't feel like we'll see all of these other universes' Gods of Destructions in the game, playable at least. And while Belmod was a little bit more significant and probably had more screen time than a lot of these other Gods of Destructions, I mean, I personally, I just don't see it happening outside of Champa and Beerus, and we're still waiting on that Champa reveal. I think it'd be really cool if they did the scene where Belmod was talking to Jiren within his consciousness while he was meditating in the Tournament of Power. I think stuff like that would be cool, but as far as him being a playable character, I mean, we just gotta keep our fingers crossed from that. But you gotta think about it, guys. If he doesn't make the base roster, there's like no way he would be DLC, right? I mean, we would all be pretty upset at that. So if he's not on the base roster, I really can't see him making the cut at all. But that is going to do it for today's video, guys. I know I told y'all earlier that I probably wouldn't upload today because of my throat and voice and things like that. But I saw this news hit the timeline and I had to say something about it. I'm going to go rest my voice now because I do want to be in better shape for tomorrow's character reveals for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Yeah, we already know that it's going to be the Majin Buu Saga themed trailer, but I mean, fingers crossed, and here's to hoping that they tack on another little surprise reveal on the end of the trailer there. It's actually been a while since they've done that. We've pretty much known everything that's coming recently, except for when they did the 50 Days Out trailer, where we were expecting that to be the Majin Buu Saga themed trailer. But anyways, fellas, let me know what you think about the possibility of Belmod being in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero outside of just being an NPC in story mode. Like I said, I feel like that's the most likely, but let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Have a great night. I'm gonna see you fellas tomorrow. Bye, guys.